Hello everyone! Today I'm going to talk to you about how to go on short, steep uphills when you don't have a lot of space to get a high momentum. Today we will see this steep thing here. You cannot see it through the camera, but it's about 2 meter, 2.5 meter high. The ground is pretty much like this, and it's pretty steep if you're facing it. And when we arrive at the top, you can see there is not much place to ride forward because the track just ends. First we will try it with a longer run-up. I will just come from here. There is a nice super long turn for it, just to feel how much momentum do I need for a really comfortable climb. Let's see the details of the straight ride up this slope. So this is the first step. When you find your optimal speed, this is supposed to be not too fast, not too slow, because when you are riding too fast, then your suspension in this position goes too much deep, and in this position both suspension will be up and the traction on the rear wheels will be not enough when you need an extra grip here on the top of the slope. So let's go back, and from here you just ride several times until you find this optimal speed. As the body position, you're supposed to take, let it a little bit roll forward. So let's take the optimal basic stand on the motorbike. You stand on the pegs right here on the front area of the boots. This way your ankle can rotate too and helping in the natural body suspension. Obviously your knees are bent. Your body moves forward as you ride up to the hill. And your eyes, your sight keeps always looking up where you should be arrived, because when you watch here front of the bike, you will not be able to find the optimal speed for the bike. It's kind of some natural behavior of the mind. So we got the acceleration, certainly on the flat. When the motorbike is riding on the flat, then your body is in vertical position, and when the motorbike front just climbs up, you try to keep as much vertical as possible. Same type of motorbike changes about something like this. And if you stay in this position, then you will pull too much on the front, you will give too much traction on the rear wheel, and when it's go much more steeper here in the end, then your front wheel just try to elevate up. As you can see here, I just give a little bit extra acceleration. You can see the dust here in the rear wheel. And still here the acceleration is on, but from here, about this time, when my front wheel arrives, I just start to slow down, because up there is a tight corner, as you remember, and for this tight corner you need a really low speed. Here something is different. So here I just ride very slow speed, but the engine revs much higher. I just make this possible, giving a throttle, a big one, and let the clutch slide. And with this, I can give enough power to the motorbike while maintaining a slow approaching speed. So this time here, my body position is pretty much high. And when the front wheel starts to climb up, I suddenly put my weight down. My leg is much more bent here, like in the previous state. I just give extra traction to the rear wheel to be able to handle the faster acceleration that needs to reach the same amount of speed on the top area as before, and this time the momentum just builds up in this area here, while in the previous ride it was already built up from here. Yeah, let's see what's happening. My body is still down, much more deeper, closer to the seat as before, and my leg is much more bent down. This way I just give more traction. You can see the dust here. The acceleration here is much more intense as before. Yeah, the sight is just like before, up here, and controlling the clutch and throttle. As I approach upwards, I still keep the pressure on the rear wheel. You can see my body is right above the axle. Yeah, supposed to be a little bit more forward, but here already I have enough acceleration, and yeah, it's just more comfortable like this. So here I feel already everything is all right. The bike will run up. Then I slowly stand up. And yeah, when the front wheel is already arriving to the edge, you can see it's a little bit already up in the air. I just remove the acceleration, remove the throttle. And yeah, the front just goes down. And the turning is just the same like before. Let's put both rides on the same video. As you can see, at the arrive, they are both about the same time at the same place. At the run-up, this bike is much more forward, but the speed is really slow. And this bike here, that's me either, but here the speed is much faster. And as approaching the slope, about this time, yeah, here they are about the same position. On the faster ride, my body stands much more upright. On the slower and later acceleration, it's just more pressure on the rear wheel. Yes, the speed for the faster ride is here still a little bit more, but since the acceleration already started for the slow ride, at the end they just arrive about the same time. Alright, now let's see from the other side. This is the fast ride. This is the slow approach and the acceleration from here. You can see the difference very nicely, and this is the slowest one. Yeah, you could hear in this area how much the engine rev up. It's not too much because the slope is not too much. So the bike just comes here slow, and from this position, when the front wheel is already on the slope and the rear wheel just starts to climb, here I give the clutch and the maximum body position to the traction. Yeah, obviously eyes already up. And here I give the biggest acceleration possible until this point when the front wheel is already up, and just decelerate for the corner turning. Let's see these all three riding together now. Yes, just watch here how fast is the acceleration at the first ride compared to the other ones. The second acceleration just starts from this area. Yes, there was the extra push for the rear wheel. Even here, right here, when the front wheel touched the slope. And in the third case, still riding. This one, since already long time ago, started to accelerate. This one still goes slow, and here. When the front wheel is here and the rear wheel just starts the slope, I just put down the body weight and start to accelerate from here. You can see the dust. Yeah, this is the difference between the three accelerations. First, let's see the slow riding technique I use for this slope. Just listen to the motorbike sound. As you can see, my body is a little bit bent forward. My legs are a little bit bent in. And this time my leg stands here on the pegs because I must reach the brake pedal. Yes, I control the throttle, the front brake lever with one finger, the clutch with two fingers, and at the same time with the leg, the rear brake pedal too, to maintain the most fluent, most slow speed as needed for this ride. Yeah, here you heard bum bum double throttle, while the motorbike didn't jump at all forward because I just cancelled this whoop whoop movement with the clutch sliding. And yeah, you can ask, why is this so important to play so much with the clutch? Well, because you should be able to use much more engine power than your speed needs. For example, when you ride up hills. Let's see the acceleration. Before the acceleration, as you can see, my body is in the neutral position. My leg stands already on the peg on the front area. You know, I already told you this, much more ankle movement. My body is just this preparation position, just focusing on the movement. There will be a big throttle, engine revved up, huge power, and then a movement of clutch control and the body position to maintain the maximum traction on the rail wheel. Let's see. Yes, here is the position. As you can see from the preparation stand, this one, I just focus on the acceleration. My eyes are already watching here where the acceleration will lead, and I start to move my body downwards to get as much traction on the rear wheel as possible. Yes, here you see already going down, almost sitting down on the seat. You may ask, why not here on the rear axle? Because obviously when I put the most weight on the rear axle, then this is the most traction. Because at the meantime, the motorbike will move very, very fast forward. And if I sit here, my body will just, yeah, I will not able to hold my body weight on the motorbike, and my hands would be straight, my legs would be in this back position. Yeah, I could not control very well the throttle and the clutch as needed. And yeah, maybe you heard about the whiskey throttle, when you are not able to control the throttle, not even release it back, and the motorbike just go haywire. Yeah, this back body position is a really good start to get the whiskey throttle. So keep attention for this. Yes, what we have here, the acceleration starts when my body position is on the deepest possible place on the motorbike, while giving a big throttle, releasing the clutch but not dropping the clutch, just as you would be a human traction control for the rear wheel. The acceleration just starts. I just give a throttle, release slowly the clutch, and keep attention for the rear wheel traction, and slowly standing up, but not completely standing up, but definitely when I move my body position forward and up, I just push my legs down, and with this movement of the body, I can give extra traction for the rear wheel, which is definitely necessary here, as you can see the dust. Yeah. And I see all the 3 positions in one video. Yes, you can see here, this is where the whole process starting. Until this point, I just ride in the slow riding technique, which I was explained before. This is the point where I just start the acceleration. The body position is in the deepest possible. The throttle is on, the clutch starts to release, and this is when the first acceleration finished. The body is already in the supposed to be attack position, yeah, like this. A little bit forward, a little bit more control on the front of the motorbike, but definitely keep the traction on the rear. And yeah, I'm focusing all the time, even from here, all the way to the area where the acceleration leads. In the next video, I will talk about how to learn to combine the slow cornering technique with the short acceleration exercises. So that's it for today. I hope you liked this video, and I hope I could tell you something new or something interesting at least. So hopefully see you next time. Ciao!